My name is Milena Roca. The fans know me as Rosa. I was in professional wrestling for over a decade, and I spent the best years of my life competing against the strongest female competitors in the world. You ladies have made it this far, and I know you're gonna show your passion, your heart and soul in that ring. I wanna wish you good luck on the Ring of Honor Women's Tournament this summer. You girls are gonna crush it.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Beyond the Bells, the Ring of Honor Women's Championship Tournament recap and analysis show right here on Women's Division Wednesday. This week, we've rounded out the quarterfinal brackets in the Quest for Gold tournament to crown a new Women's World Champion. I'm your host, Alyssa Marino. Join me again this week, our guest expert analyst, multi-time Women's Champion, LuFisto, and First Lady of Professional Wrestling, Board of Directors member, Maria Kanellis-Bennett. How's everybody doing?
Lovely.
Very good, very good.
Well, the first round matches have come to an end, and the Elite Eight have moved on to the quarterfinals. Be sure to tune in at the end of this episode for a replay of Quinn McKay versus Mandy Leon. So I would love to get your takes on this weekend's, I'm referring to it as the Clash of the Monsters, Holidead and Max the Impaler.
Godzilla versus what would they say? Godzilla versus King Kong. I think it was either Riccaboni or Lenny Leonard. I don't remember who said it. I was like, this is so right.
Yes.
It's so right.
Wild. So I forgot how tall Holidead was. And then I seen her in person and I was just thinking to myself, wow, this is going to be quite the matchup. And I don't think Max has ever been challenged like that before because she's so new in the industry. And they have really become a force in wrestling. But at the same time, Max hasn't had the matches that Holidead has. And so watching Holidead just pick apart someone like Max was really interesting for me to see.
I think Max was a little surprised too. Like, I don't think she's ever been thrown the way she was thrown around in that match. I mean, Holidead picked her up for spine busters, for German suplexes, like Max landed on her head. And I think even Amy Rose was like, what's going on? I mean, Holidead she's been everywhere. It's funny, she says she's the Roger Dangerfield of wrestling. She's been everywhere but gets no credit. I'm like, that's one of my favorite lines ever. But I mean, she's been to Japan, Canada, the United States, like Pro Wrestling Eve in England. And now it's so great. I faced Holidead and I know how tough of an opponent she is. And she's so dedicated to her craft. So to see her shine and go toe-to-toe with someone like Max, who had a manager in a corner. And last week I said, like, Amy Rose might be, a factor in this match. But no, Holidead was so focused on the task ahead that, my God, like, and what a clash, like hard-hitting, back and forth. Like, it was really, it was a great match. I loved it.
I was just going to say, when I was putting the brackets together, I knew that Max was going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think in the back of my mind, it was, how bad does she want to win? I know she wants to destroy, but how much does she want to win? And that was really my question. And that's why, to me, putting her against someone like Holidead, who, even though she can bring it, she also is focused on the goal. So that was, putting them two together definitely showed that Max does want the gold.
Max does want the gold indeed. And an interesting thing that we had talked about was Amy Rose being in Max's corner. And I know, Maria, you made it very clear that Max's opponent, Angelina Love, will be flying solo. And, not that Max really needs it, but Max has Amy Rose in their corner. So how do you think that Angelina is going to fare against Max, with Max having the advantage of that support on ringside?
This won't be the first time that Angelina has been against a monster. She's been against Awesome Kong, and I think that she's going to have to pull from that. And sure, Angelina, it was years ago, but at the same time, she knows what it's like to be in there with someone that's that strong. And I would say that Kong at the time had a lot more experience than Max does now. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be a great matchup. But Angelina definitely has the experience in this match.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, the key word is experience here. And that's what Angelina brings to the table. Max, very strong, powerful, bigger, scarier. But Angelina can, pick apart little things. And I know she's going to be smart enough to have a game plan going in. She has that experience. She knows exactly how to work with bigger women. She did it before. She won matches before. So she has to go back maybe in her past and see, what did I do to win this match? And then maybe apply the same thing to Max. And she's gonna be able to catch Max when she less expected, because she has that experience to maybe see a little bit ahead of what Max, because of that huge experience difference.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And Angelina has so many accolades to her name. I don't think you get all of those without being a ferocious competitor, which I'm sure we will see that side come out against Max the Impaler. But, now that the first round of the Quest for Gold tournament has come to an end, I thought we might give out some first round awards. And I thought, who better to bring on, since Maria, you have to obviously stay fair and neutral. I get it. But who better to bring on than someone that has had their eyes on this division, one of the voices of the Quest for Gold, the world-traveled hot mess, Chelsea Green. Hello, Chelsea.
I'm back. You guys can't get rid of me.
Why would we want to? Come on. So
I'm excited for this.
Good. So I have a couple categories. I figure we'll throw it to LuFisto, throw it to Chelsea, and see what you guys think so far in the tournament. Biggest upset.
Roxy pinning champion,
Yeah,
former
Sumi.
champion, Sumi Sakai. That was the biggest upset for me. I don't think nobody expected it. We knew that Roxy had it in her. But when you watch the match, you could see that Sumi was always one step ahead until she wasn't. And then it was too late, 1, 2, 3. But that's definitely my biggest upset. A good one.
I have to say I agree, although I love the surprise, the shock factor of it all. And I really am Team Roxy moving forward. I feel like Roxy getting over that hurdle of Sumi, of a veteran, of someone that is just that really could have held this new championship. I feel like we now cannot underestimate her, and maybe we did underestimate her from the beginning. And so just the shock factor and everything, for me, it was crazy, but I'm proud of her. I'm very proud of her, and also very upset that we will not be seeing Sumi continue on in this tournament.
100%. Okay, I definitely. So now moving on to the next category, most impressive maneuver.
Well, actually,
Uh-oh.
so something that just immediately came to mind that would have been impressive, but unfortunately did not pan out for her, was Alex Gracia's little crossbody maneuver to the outside that she ended up landing on her face when Miranda rolled out of the way. That would have been great had she stuck the landing, but of course that was the downfall of her in that match. So I'm gonna have to think about another one. LuFisto, you go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Holiday, German suplexing Max, throwing her like she weighed nothing. That was I literally stood up on my couch. I'm like, oh god, that to me was impressive.
Yeah. That was very impressive. And another thing that I just find Miranda's entire moveset very impressive. I love watching lucha style wrestling. So to see her in the ring, using kind of different arm drags and springboards and things like that, she definitely has potential to, again, go all the way and possibly see Roxy or, you know, any of these amazing females at the end.
Yeah, definitely incredible agility, incredible speed from Alizé. All right, moving on to biggest holy moly moment.
Quinn wins.
I think the whole commentary team would agree with that. That reaction alone.
That was
the reaction when she went to Rickamani, to Lenny, and to Coleman. It was like pure joy, and they all stood up and ran. It was a beautiful moment. And I mean, she worked so hard, and she. My God, she lost against Angelina, and then she got knocked out with a brass knuckle. I'm like, and finally, bow tie, pinfall, 1, 2, 3. Although Mandy says everywhere on social media, she had her shoulder up.
She has been saying that.
Very adamant.
I will give her benefit of the doubt because we only see one camera side. Mm-hmm. On this side, I see the shoulder down. Was the other one up? I don't know. We would need a replay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I feel like that was the best holy moly happy moment. But for me, really, the holy moly moment was seeing the matchup of Holodead and Max.
Yeah.
That was, there were so many things going on in my head. Like, it's freaky and the stature, matchup. Just all of it. The whole thing was not something I thought that we would ever see. And if we did, I thought it would be at the very end. So it's really cool that we got to see that at the beginning. There's a lot of matchups that I could have seen at the very end that we got spoiled with in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Maria.
Next, favorite overall match of the first round?
I have a tie, really. Allison Kay and Willow and Holodead and Max. To me, they stand out because I like my wrestling to have no wasted moment. I like when it's hard-hitting. I like when every move means something and that the ultimate goal is to bring your opponent down and get that victory. And I feel those two matches, that's exactly what they brought to the table. So it's really hard for me to pick one because Allison and Willow was a little bit more technical. The other one was more of a brawling, but they both stand out. And when I looked at those matches, I was like, these could be main events, right there, those two.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I was actually just looking at the brackets again because they're so.
Hello.
Oh, we got a cameo. Hello.
She's a mini me.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
She's so pretty.
She loves Alex and Roxy.
Oh,
is that your favorite match of the tournament?
Yeah.
That's a great.
Oh, definitely, because Alex with all the pink sparkles.
The pink.
Oh,
hello. All right, guys. Thank you for coming in and saying goodnight.
Come on, guys.
oh, what a treat we got.
That was so great. I love that.
Bye. It's so funny because Freddie loves to watch the matches. But I have to be careful because then she wants to try all of it on me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not okay. So now we have a new rule in the house: no wrestling in the house.
Okay, that's fair.
That's working out at school, but we'll at least for in the house, it's been okay thus far.
It's good to have some ground rules. And Chelsea, to go back to your favorite overall match.
Okay, so I was just looking at the matchups again because I really didn't want to forget anything. We've been watching a lot of great wrestling.
Yes.
So I think for me, I'm basing the matchups off of women that I didn't know were so amazing. So I didn't realize, I did not know Trish Adora that well. I did not know Maserati that well. So those two matches for me, I was just very interested in because, you know, Allison Kay, that's my friend. Savoy, that, you know, those women are my friends. I know how they work. So I'm watching them, but it's a little bit different. I already kind of know what's coming or what to expect, unless they've totally changed their game up on me. Whereas Maserati and Trish, like, those were two women, although in different matches, those were two women that I was really, really keen on watching and trying to figure out and like pick everything apart. So I really liked Marty versus Trish and Savoy and Maserati. I really like those ones.
So Trish actually, spoiler alert, she is going to have a Pure Rules match against Sumi at Glory Bound. So I have wanted to get a Pure Rules match for a while. And I am very, very excited about that matchup. And I think Sumi is the perfect person for her to have the match with.
Oh, that's gonna be good, and that's another one.
Get myself a plane ticket. I want to see this live.
Right? Yeah, that is gonna be good.
So it's going to be on Women's Division Wednesday. So everyone will be able to see it after Glory by Honor. But if you are in the building, you will be able to see the match. So yeah, I'm really excited about that matchup.
That's gonna be good.
I love it. I am so excited. Thank you for that exciting news, Maria. So, and now to end our round one awards, who would you say is most likely to win it all at this point?
You're really going to do that to us?
I'm really going to do that to you. And this can change, you know, we have more rounds to get through. I'm just saying as of the first round.
This has changed every single time that you have asked me or that I have tried to give you an answer. I change my mind every time. So today, I might go with, oh man, I might, you know what? I think I'm going to go with Trish today.
Okay. Solid choice.
Yeah. And I'm gonna stand by that for the whole episode, I think.
No fooling. Wow.
I want to say Allison Kay because I know she can do it. And she works so many different styles, so she can go against anyone.
Yeah.
But I feel for some reason this is Nicole Savoy's time. It's long overdue. She's been working really hard. She has something to prove. She wants to show the world that she's more than somebody in a faction, that she can be on her own, and she's a striker. She can do powerhouse moves. She has tons of submission. So whoever she goes against, I know she can counter everything.
It's so funny.
She's my baby too.
You're her wrestle mom.
But seriously, I think because of all those reasons, Nicole Savoy, it's her time.
It's funny, Lufisto, because even when I'm hearing you say that, I'm like, you know what? You could say the same thing about Allison Kay. Like, they really do have so many similar qualities when it comes to the style of wrestling and the fact that they're so versatile. Yeah. So that's hard to choose between.
That's why it was hard for me to choose, but I'm hoping to see Kay versus Savoy at least in the end of this side of the bracket. Although I'm like, oh, there's so many other good matches like Trish and Savoy, so good. And I'm like, oh, what if Miranda goes? I'm like, there's great stuff, but yeah. Yeah, we won't be disappointed either way. I think like all these women, they want to perform. They want to show that women's wrestling has to be taken seriously, and it's a real deal now. And it's a major part of professional wrestling. And I think everybody has that in their heart and in their head that, you know, it's time for the women to shine and that to show the world. Although we've been for years, I think now they're more at the forefront because there's so many opportunities. And what's great right now is that there's a lot of women in power that are working together and not against each other. That's the big difference where maybe in some other time it was more like, oh, I'm going to do my own thing and I'm going to push this person. I don't want to, whatever. Right now, it's just like everybody's working together for the good and for women's wrestling to prosper. And that's why I feel like every woman is in this tournament right now, from different experience, different background. They all want to push themselves, and they're going to offer like great matches, whoever ends up in the finals.
Yeah. And that is truly the question, my friends. Who is going to be the new women's world champion? So the quest for gold, as we said, continues. We have 2 more quarterfinal matches that are coming your way this weekend. The Prodigy Roxy faces Mighty Mouse of the broadcast booth, Quinn McKay. And Lucha Baddie Miranda Alizé takes on the Sacramento Suplex Machine herself, Nicole Savoy. You can check out these matches as well as so much more on ROH TV. But that is not all that's going down this weekend, because Glory by Honor is taking place August 20th and 21st at the 2300 Arena in Philly, and the women's division is in full force. So on night 1, the Allure are in tag team action against Vita Von Star and another mystery opponent. Now, Maria, I know that you already saw who it is, but Lufisto, Chelsea, do you want to weigh in who you think Vita's tag partner might be?
I mean, okay. We did see that Maria gave us a little insight into who it was. It has to be someone shocking, maybe scary, maybe there's some. I'm gonna say Holodead.
We have the same pick.
Great. Okay.
I was going to say Holodead. I think, I don't know, like Holodead, she's from the dark side, and I'm like, oh, that goes well with Vincent, whoever is talking to him, or however their thing is going. I mean, Holodead and Vita, I feel they would understand each other.
Yeah,
I think so too. I think they could mesh in a really creepy, perfect way.
Yeah, Vita's more smaller, a little bit more high-flying oriented, and you have the taller, stronger woman. Like, they could be like a very good team working together. So,
okay. The wheels are definitely spinning, but I think to get a bit more insight on this match, what if we bring on Vita Von Star herself?
Let's do it.
Hello, Vita. Welcome to Beyond the Bells.
How's everybody
Vita,
doing?
we're doing well. How about yourself? How are you feeling ahead of your match this weekend at Glory by Honor?
I'm so excited. So Philly is my hometown. Even though I come from the Borden Ranch now with Vincent and the Righteous, I'm from Philly, and wrestling at the ECW arena has always been a goal of mine ever since I started training, and I really feel like I'm taking it home right now. Like, this is my crowd, and the history in that venue and just the vibe of it is amazing. And I've actually performed there before, doing circus stuff before. I have a background in performing prior to wrestling, and so that was always a cool experience, just getting to perform. But now I'm actually wrestling, so no matter, I don't know who they're gonna put me with either, but it doesn't really matter. Just everything about going into this match is just so exciting for me, and I just can't wait. I've been looking forward to this for so long.
Well, you shared a little bit about your history, but I'd love to kind of do a deeper dive into your affiliation with the Righteous. What took you from Philly to the Borden Ranch and aligning yourself as a follower of Vincent's?
So I do have a little bit of a dark past, and when Vincent found me, I was coming out of a dark night of the soul, shall we say. He kind of took me under his wing, and he gave me a lot of opportunities that I didn't have before. So, people like to throw the word cult around pretty freely with us, but of course I'm going to have a loyalty to him because he gave me an opportunity, and he kind of showed me how to be myself in a world that I didn't feel accepted in before.
You talk about how Vincent brought something to your personal life, but wrestling wise, Has he been some sort of mentor? Did he teach you anything wrestling wise?
Absolutely. He's had a huge influence on my wrestling actually over the last almost 2 years. And we've done a couple of indie shows together as well as all the Ring of Honor stuff. So he has seen me wrestle, and you guys know that I've only had one Ring of Honor match so far, but I work the indies all the time, and I would say that Vincent added a lot more brutality to my style. I was actually babyface prior to meeting Vincent, and because I like the high-flying kind of flashy stuff, and I still do, but I do like to hit hard. I do like to be vicious, and deep down inside, I really was a heel all along. Vincent just kind of illuminated that a little bit more for me.
Ooh, very like Harley Quinn-esque, I feel.
I have gotten that comparison before.
You might have to call him Mr. V.
Mr. B.
Feel it.
A
Yeah.
pudding, you know.
Exactly.
Now, Vita, I know that you mentioned different opportunities that Vincent has presented to you and helped you kind of fulfill. And I hate to bring up a potentially sore subject, but you know, here on this show, we talk a lot about the women's tournament. And the women's championship tournament is something that you really petitioned to be part of. When Maria gave you your ticket to gold, it did come with conditions. So your involvement in attacking Matt Taven, it led to your ticket being revoked. Knowing what it would cost you, what possessed you to do what you did?
I felt conflicted for sure. Again, you know, I have a loyalty to Vincent, and at the same time, I really wanted to be in the tournament. At the end of the day, I like to do things by non-conventional means. So while I am loyal to Vincent, I do not believe that I won't get a title shot at some point. And if I have to go outside the system a little bit and do some things unconventionally, then I will just have to do it that way.
By any means necessary, I suppose. Well, I'm certainly glad that we will be seeing you in action at Glory by Honor. I know you're a crucial part of the Righteous, but how do you see yourself working with, at this time, an unknown partner?
It's weird. Definitely weird having that wild card because, I always like to research my opponents. I always like to research someone who I'll be tagging with. And not having any idea is definitely weird. You know, I always want to have kind of a game plan going in when you know who you're working with, even if it's someone that you haven't worked with before, kind of knowing their strengths and weaknesses and how that contrasts and complements your own style is very helpful. And I don't have that. And the Allure are clearly established tag team that works very well together. So that's a little bit strange. But again, I like to do things by unconventional means. So regardless of who it is, I'll make it work. Even if I have to do most of the work myself, I'll find a way.
Are there any names you would like you wish that person would be your partner?
Yes. Holodead for sure. I'm a fan, and I've worked Holodead before on indies, and she is very strong and hits very hard, and I appreciate that in a competitor. So if it was Holodead, I would not mind at all.
Well, we shall just have to wait and see who it ends up being. Vita, I want to thank you so much for joining us on Beyond the Bells, and good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Bye.
Ooh, okay. A lot of Holodead being thrown around. I feel like potential, kindred spirits there. So, okay, Maria's got the notepad, and this is Maria's notepad time. On night 2 of Glory by Honor, we continue our women's division being showcased with our very own Chelsea Green teaming up with Willow against two quarterfinal competitors, Roxy and Miranda Alizé. So let's say we bring on your tag team partner,
Yay!
Chelsea. Hello, Willow.
Of course, there's sunflowers behind you. Of
Oh
course.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, this is like the craft room. So like it's where I have like half chaos because I do all my crafts, but it's also calm because like I block out everything else from the apartment. So
What kind of crafts do you do?
I sew my own gear, so that's mostly like what I do here. Like right now I have something I'm working on. A little hint of something.
Oh, that's so fun. Yeah,
Okay, I'm
here.
making a mental note so that we
Yeah,
can,
me too. I was like, oh, it makes gear.
yeah, we can coordinate, Willow.
Say, Chelsea, are you taking notes on mixing and matching over here?
Yes, once I saw that, I was like, okay, I've got some pink, I've got some black. I already looked through all my gear closet when I saw it was announced and I saw Willow was going to be my partner. I looked through my closet and I'm like, what is the sparkliest, shiniest, brightest gear I have? That's what I need.
I absolutely love it. And I like too that no matter what the attire is, I know this team is going to shine just from within. We were talking, Willow, about your match with AK the last episode. And honestly, like, what an incredible match. You showed so much heart, so much determination, and we are so excited that we're going to be seeing you again at Glory by Honor. I'm curious, as far as you and Chelsea, what kind of strategy you might be having to employ against Roxy and Miranda Alizé?
So one of the things that I always consider my personal strength in wrestling is not just my physical strength, but kind of like my mental strength, like always smiling and kind of putting my energy and my all and my heart, like you mentioned, into it. And I feel like Chelsea also has a lot of that. You see the pizzazz, you see like the vivaciousness, just like the persistence and like any kind of setback or whatever either of us have faced in wrestling, we've just kept giving it our all. So you can obviously expect that from both of us in the ring. And, I can always like toss her around too. If I need to throw Chelsea at my opponent, so be it.
I love it because we haven't had enough time yet to discuss like moving forward how we're going to kind of approach these two women. But I really do feel like we're already on the same page and we already have the same game plan. And you know what? If worst comes to worst, we smile until they get down on the ground and then we pin them.
Sometimes it works.
I was just saying that positive energy, those vibes, that's seismic. I mean, there's vibrations happening, I think.
I was going to ask you, you mentioned that before your matches, the morning, you always meditate. Is it something you do for every match?
I try to. Sometimes it's like too hectic, like if you have a long travel day and you have to be up at like 4 a.m. or whatever, it's a little bit harder to squeeze in. But I live in Philadelphia at the moment, and we're going to be in Philadelphia, so I won't have a crazy travel day ahead of me. I should have some like time to get in my zone and like focus. I really enjoy just being able to like center myself, remind myself like the power to be who I am is within me already. So
Wow.
should be good to
Be
go.
the best Willow you can be.
Exactly.
One thing with the girls you're facing is they're both still very involved in the tournament. Their minds are probably going to be elsewhere. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two work together. Miranda and Roxy, they've never teamed together before. They're both still fighting for a spot in this tournament. So it'll be interesting to see if they still find a way to work well together.
It could be a positive for Willow and I.
Yeah,
they could meet in a tournament. They're on different brackets, so
Yeah.
this match can happen.
Right. That's the thing. It can happen. And not only that, like they are vying for one thing and only one person can get it. Willow and I are vying for one thing, which is to win, and we need to do that together, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I think they're going to study each other while they wrestle together so they can figure out like
That'll
the weaknesses and the
definitely
strength of the other one.
Like a real wacky team dynamic between them. So gotta look out for that, Chels. Gotta try and take advantage if we can.
The other side, though, of that is they could be real angry coming into this. So,
yeah.
Nothing I haven't dealt with before.
True. And I do appreciate too, I think that both you and Chelsea are people who have bounced back from injury, bounced back from adversities in your careers. And you, I would say, fight harder than ever. You know, no, Lufisto had talked about it before, no real trepidation. You just kind of go full force.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to speak for Chelsea, but I know from where I stand, like, professional wrestling is the one thing in life that I'm like 100% certain that I love it. And anytime I've had, you know, a thought in my head that's like, maybe this is kind of like not great for me, like my body kind of hurts or something, like there's always another voice that's like, yeah, but you love it, and you've had such a full, like, rewarding, like, enriched life because of it. So that voice is like, just keep going. It's going good. You're doing great.
Would you
would
you say your injury actually made you a better wrestler? Did it bring you something, like, did it help you, like, realize how much you love wrestling? Because I feel since you had that injury and you came back, like, you were great before, but I feel like you're on another level now after that injury.
Thank you. I definitely feel like in a lot of ways, one, I had a lot more respect for my body itself because I was able to recognize, like, oh, moving is such a privilege. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I have been able to move and, like, walk around and run and do all this stuff my whole life has been great, and I'm still able to. And that is something I don't want to squander. And then beyond that, I was like, okay, every time I step into a ring now could potentially, you know, fingers crossed that's not the case, but it could be the last time, or, you know, I've already given up so much for it, so I have to make it worth it. So I really wanted to honor, you know, no pun intended, Ring of Honor, but I really wanted to honor my craft every time I stepped in the ring, and becoming a better wrestler and putting as much time and effort into that as I can has been a big part of that. So thank you.
Thank you. And we are so excited to see the two of you in action this weekend. Any final thoughts, kind of gearing up and getting ready for this match?
What to wear?
What
fun
things can we wear? What fun glitter does Willow have that I'm gonna borrow?
Yeah, just wear, like, something super bright. I'll bring glitter. It's cool.
I love it. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be really exciting, and it's just a matchup. I mean, Willow and I have never teamed, but we've also never wrestled against each other. So it's gonna be truly a first time seeing the two of us in Maria.
Notepad.
In the ring together, and I'm just really excited for I'm excited to be able to give the ECW arena that energy.
Oh, and that arena will give it back to you. It's such a great place. They can be mean, but it's really a magical place to be. Yeah,
that's wrestling though, right?
Yeah.
Such as wrestling and such as Philadelphia fans. It's just it's my hometown. I know it. It's true. I'm sorry. Well, Willow, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to lots of glitter and sunshine and sparkles this weekend. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Bye, partner.
Well, my friends, I know we touched on it briefly at the top of the show, but I believe we're going to have a visitor from the other side of darkness to talk about their first round match. Please welcome Holodead. Oh, hello, Holiday.
Hello, ladies. I hope we are all doing fantastically dark and twisted this evening, or whatever day or hour it is where you are at in this world.
Oh my goodness.
We are doing however you tell us to be doing, I think. So
I'm not even that kind of person. How dare you?
Well, we were talking earlier about the first time matchup between two downright scary individuals, yourself and Max the Impaler. So we gave kind of our takes on the fact that you really took Max to, I think, some serious limits. It gave a longer and more brutal match than Max the Impaler, I think, is used to. So, I mean, congratulations are in order for that.
We don't have to go as far as the congratulations. Thank you for the brutality part and all of that, because that is exactly what I aim to do. If you had a question, I will go and answer it, but the congratulations part is not sitting right with me. No, ma'am.
Why would you say that? Is that because you didn't win the match? Did you feel like that's
Luffy, hello. You know this. Absolutely. What are we going in there to shake hands? Ring of Honor, I get it, but we are going in here to win. Ring of Honor's women's division, the new takeover. This is what it's about. We're not going in here to flip our hair, toss some glitter. Okay. No offense to anyone that does that. Do your thing, live your life. YOLO, I get it. But I do got to give it up to them. You know, I did not know what I was going in there against, and I'm telling you, they better come out on top. That's my pick. They better go in and handle business, and then they got to see me again. That's what I feel like, Maria. If you're listening, taking notepads, win, lose, or draw, whatever happens with them, Max the Impaler, I feel like I need to see that person again. You know, I slipped. You know, after I hit that spine buster, I should have just kept, caving her head in, but I didn't. That was my bad. You know, that was my slip up, and I feel like it won't happen again. Should I get that opportunity? But I'm gonna let them continue on in this tournament, and hopefully they're successful. And
wow. So Holiday, this didn't even phase you, really. You are ready for round 2 if Max takes home this title.
Of course, Chelsea Green. Hello, you and I, we know each other a little bit. You know this, dear. If I haven't said it before, the pain is what drives me. The pain makes me feel like I'm alive. So technically, they have woke me up a little bit and snapped me into it like, hello, Holiday, what are you doing? Get on the ball. It's more work to be done. I'm always ready to go. I'm ready to do this. Let's mess around and find out, Chelsea Green. Hello. Come on.
You haven't changed one bit.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet to say that. Oh.
That's why I love you so much.
That's a strong word. That's a strong word. That L word. Coming from you, Luffy.
I appreciate you then.
I don't think that there's I don't think there's any getting around the fact that there's definitely a lot of admiration that many of us across the board have for you, Holiday, to the point that many people have been saying they are thinking about you teaming with Star at Glory by Honor. Your name is constantly being thrown around for different opportunities. How does that make you feel?
Talk is cool. Talk is all right. And that's exactly what it is. It's talk. We can do it. We can go on the Twitters and do all the talks, and that's all nice and stuff. But if it's not happening in the ring, if you're not putting it on your marquee, I mean, what are we talking about? Okay, let's keep talking about it. Talk about it enough. Let's bring all these dark worlds together. Let's have them collide, and let's have a big explosion in the ring. I'm for it. So if the talk gets the people going, if it gets Maria writing on her little pad and we got more matchups, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Talk that talk then. Let's go. Talk to me.
I always think that the more people that frighten you just a little bit in the ring, the better. Makes you work a whole lot harder. And that's what I see in Holiday. Is she's one that if you're not on your game, she'll make you on your game. She'll make you better. She'll make you work harder. And that's what I seen in her match with Max. Was all of a sudden Max decided that she wanted to fight for more than just destruction. She wanted to fight for a championship. And I think that Holiday brought that out of Max. But I do think that there's more gas in the tank with that matchup. I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see it given maybe some kind of stipulations. And I think that this women's division is where I'd like to see it take place.
I think all it is getting excited. You said
Holiday's ready.
Send me the date, Maria.
I see you had a
What
few
is the date?
fights with
Let me
genocide
know
with
the date.
stipulations
I
that
will
you're
mark
ready.
it down right now. All of the dates. Let's go. All the stipulations. Let's do it. I'm ready. Ring of Honor, Women's Division. I'm excited, Maria. If you can't tell, let's go. I'm here for this work. Anybody you want me to uplift and help bring that inner beast out, I am here for all of it. I gotta calm down a little on the dark side. It's getting hot. I'm getting hot, Maria. Getting me hot. Get me going. Woo.
Well, Holiday, Maria had said that she feels like the inner beast was brought out of Max because of your presence in the match. What do you think that your match with Max brought out of you? How do you feel like that match has changed you?
I might have went in there a little, I'm not gonna say overly cocky, but Max being the newcomer, I'm like, I got this. I know the beast within inside me will prevail. But again, I got caught slipping. I did not realize the power that they had, and game recognizes game right now. I think it woke me up a little bit. And sometimes you need to get knocked up off your game to be like, oh, all right, I see you. And now I need to see you again. As Maria said, let's make it happen. I got more gas in the tank all day, every day, unlimited gas card. Let's go. Let's do it.
Although I feel it didn't, did you
right
say that Amy Rose was a factor in this match or not at all?
I mean, she came in there in the beginning, tried to do her little mind games with the handshake, but my mental was all kind of already scrambled up like eggs, so that didn't really matter to me. It was more of them doing their physicality thing.
Yeah.
Well, certainly I think one of the biggest takeaways from this conversation is that we're going to be seeing this match taking place again at some way, shape, or form, and we can't wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making sure I heard right, putting my ear to the speaker. We're recording this. All right, this is recorded, so I can play this back.
There needs to be a rematch for sure.
All right, there it is. Send me dates. Let me know. I'm ready to go right now, Maria. I will meet you wherever. Are we ready? Are we ready to go right now?
Holiday's ready. Holiday's ready to go.
No. I'm worked up. Come on. You can't call me and talk to me about fights and then say, sit down, calm yourself.
Well, Holid, I don't think we could have the match without you, so you'll definitely be aware when it's happening.
All right, I'm taking that as your word. I know how to find you people, so remember that.
I can't make any promises, so it's Maria's word.
Okay, all right. Passing the buck. All right.
Thank you.
Well, Holiday, we want to thank you so much. Any departing words from the other side of darkness for our viewers on Women's Division Wednesday?
Oh, departing words? Eat your peanut butter. Gains are life. Thick thighs and lives. And I'm out.
Thank you, Holiday.
I agree with all that. Thick thighs and peanut butter. That's my life.
I like that. That actually kind of surprised me because I agree with that too. I'm thinking maybe Holiday and I have more in common than I thought.
We're more alike than we are different, I think, sometimes. But now that we
don't bring knives. Thank you for not bringing any knives.
I'm glad I'm on the other side of the border right now.
I'm glad we're talking through computer screens, but yes, so definitely some solid takeaways from Holiday. But now that we've had a chance to tackle some of the news in Ring of Honor, let's just see what's going on in the world of women's wrestling. We have a headline-making historic event, a doubleheader with NWA 73. We'll be seeing the National Wrestling Alliance's first ever all-women's pay-per-view, Empower, taking place on Saturday, August 28th. And Empower executive producer, wrestling legend Mickie James has been a driving force behind the event, been scouting talent, the best of the best from all over, including Chelsea Green. It was announced that you're going to be part of the Women's Invitational Cup, making your NWA debut. How does it feel to be everywhere?
You are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Honestly, I feel honored. Like, I really do feel honored. You know, I've said this before, but I spent the past couple of years feeling maybe a little unwanted, and now I just feel so appreciated and wanted. And the fact that all of these companies are putting their faith and trust in me that I can deliver what they are asking me to deliver is amazing. I'm very nervous, but I'm ready. You know, I'm ready, and I'm ready for whatever this entire year brings. I'm ready to, you know, go after whoever wins this Ring of Honor Women's Championship. I'm ready to main event the NWA pay-per-view. I am ready, you know, and this is what my career has led me to. I feel it has led me to this year.
And ready is definitely the way that you want to be, because it is nonstop. We have two other Quest for Gold tournament alums that will also be joining Empower in the women's tag team title tournament, Marty Bell and Allison Kay, the Hex. Is anyone else super excited as I am? Because that is going to be incredible.
I can't wait. I mean, we know they are best friends. I was hoping we were going to see a little matchup in the tournament. We were going to see them go head to head. I was excited for that on commentary. It didn't happen, but you know what? I'm excited to see them tag equally as much as I would have been to see them go, you know, head to head.
I can't wait to see the other teams, because to me, like, they already announced like what could be the biggest team, because like they know each other. It's like they complete each other so well, and I'm like, they are such a threat. And this is for the NWA Women's Tag Team Championship, so it's something big. They're bringing back those titles, and I mean, it's going to be such a big night for the cup, for those NWA Tag Team Championships. And whoever wins the cup goes against Camille the next day. So go Chelsea.
I'm going to bring it home for us, guys.
I have all these titles. You could just
you need to remove one of those titles behind there and put the Burke in there.
Exactly. Make some room.
I'll take this one down. I'll put the NWA title once I win, and then I go on to take it from Camille. Then I'll take this one down for whoever wins the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. I will go ahead. I'll put that one up there. And then you guys can't see, but I actually already won the Knockouts title. So that's hanging on the wall across from me. So we will have a plethora of titles here, guys. And you could call me the female belt collector. I mean, not right now, but maybe.
At that time.
In this hypothetical, lovely world.
This magical made-up dream world that I'm living in. You never know.
Hey,
You never know.
confidence is great. You deserve it.
And you do have some possible redecorating to do. So, I mean, we definitely have that.
Yeah, can we just
Get rid of those figures already.
It's mine. Just one. This whole thing.
It's like he's staring at you whenever you're doing anything.
All the time, you guys. This is my life.
Well, you know, just making their, you know, presence known as you did, you know, here in Ring of Honor. It's all about just, you know, being a presence. Well, in other women's wrestling news, the Pro Wrestling Insider has recently recognized the Pan-African World Diaspora Wrestling Championship, which is held by tournament competitor Trish Adora, as a world title. The editor-in-chief was quoted as saying that it is a traveling symbol of wrestling achievement and greatness. I mean, what an incredible acknowledgement.
I love that Pro Wrestling Illustrated is finally opening up to more wrestling than just the big promotions, because wrestling, it's everywhere, and there's so many independents right now. There's so many other promotions that you know, they have their own pay-per-views, they're on internet TV or anything, and right now, like, they're opening up all that, like, I don't want to say a Pandora's box, but it's like everywhere, like finally, and they're getting recognized, and that is so great for Trish Adora. I still think about what she said about her mother and that she wants to be proud of her, and what she does is for her. So I can only think and hope that right now her mom is really proud. And I mean, it's so great, like breaking down barriers. And I can't say enough good things about Trish Adora, definitely, and I'm so happy by all this success that she has right now.
Yeah, and I'm just excited that her name is getting out there. The hardest thing in wrestling is to get your name out there. You know, you can only do so much. Wrestling shows are only going to take you so far. Social media is only going to take you so far. So this will really open up a new kind of audience for her, and I'm really excited to see all of the new faces that are going to watch her and discover her, because she's amazing.
We talk about,
like, I think now everybody talks about different eras of wrestling. You know, there was the Attitude Era and this era, whatever. And right now is the streaming era of wrestling. Right now, people aren't just watching one wrestling company. They find someone that they love and they watch every single match of that person. Mm-hmm. And that's really something that I found in the last year for me, is when I was scouting, I would get stuck on different people and be like, no, I want to see more. And then I would go to Beyond, and then I would go to Reality Wrestling, and then I would go to GCW, and I could just bounce around the whole country to find these matches, or Mission Pro, I mean, I think that now is the streaming era, and that's why I love this part of Beyond the Bells, of talking about the girls all over, because no matter where the women that work in Ring of Honor are working elsewhere, I want to talk about it, because that's important. It's exciting for them. It's exciting for me as being on the board. So, yeah, I think that's really cool.
And for other updates, Trish Adora, speaking of, also faced Holidead at Hybrid Pro Wrestling. And Maserati is defending her FSW Women's Championship against Sandra Moon in a doors, ladders, and chairs match.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Oh my.
But that's exactly what you said, Maria, is that these women that are even just part of the tournament, everywhere. Yeah. Just so much busy schedules. So we definitely want to recognize them on Beyond the Bells.
Of course. And the other thing is, like, I get asked all the time, you know, when are you bringing back Maserati, or when are you bringing back whoever? And it's like, well, I can't bring back everybody right now because we're so focused on the tournament. But I do want to give people information about the ones that they fell in love with or enjoy watching. Is like, okay, you can't watch them on Ring of Honor right now because we're focused on the tournament. But why not watch them where they're at? And, you know, I'm trying to also build relationship with these different indies so that we can show a little bit of that footage from the other places that our women go. And just women that have, you know, done a show or two in Ring of Honor. So I think that's really important, because I'm just so proud of all of them, and they work so incredibly hard. And Maserati has held that title for a long time. Well deserved. And I don't know what this match is. A doors, a chicken or a kitchen sink match, chase the chicken. I'm not sure, but I love it.
And we love the fact that you are recognizing so many of the women across the independent scene, and it's always something going on. There's always something for us to be talking about on Beyond the Bells. So we want to thank you for even reaching out and recognizing.
I just have to listen. I don't have to do anything. Listen. Be like, okay, what's happening over there? All right, cool. Bring that over here. And then listen. Okay. And then
got that notepad.
I've never seen the pen emoji so often. Like, until I met Maria.
Incredible.
Well, with all of the things that are going on in the world of women's wrestling and in the Quest for Gold tournament, be sure to catch up with us next Women's Division Wednesday, where we help to break it all down. And stay tuned right now for the replay of the first round match between Quinn McKay and Mandy Leon. For Lufisto, Maria Kanellis-Bennett, Chelsea Green, I'm Alyssa Marino, and we will see you next time on Beyond the Bells.
Welcome everyone to Ring of Honor Wrestling. 5 of the 8 tickets are punched for the round of 8 for the quarterfinals of the tournament to crown the Ring of Honor Women's Division Champion. And here is my pick to win it all. Mine too. Let's take it to Bobby Cruz.
We were in a ring together. You punched me in the head with brass knuckles. Guess what? Remember then, remember now. I'm prepared and you're not gonna win this time.
Tell him, Quinn.
This is a first-round match in the tournament for the Ring of Honor Women's Division Championship, set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Entering the ring, wrestling out of Springfield, Missouri, Quinn McKay.
She looks ready, Riccaboni.
Sure does. Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman, Lenny Leonard. This is a member of our broadcast team. We knew she was a competitor. We knew she's a former roller derby star, training to be a professional wrestler. And we always hoped that she would get where she wanted to be in professional wrestling. It's so great to see her. Unfortunately, her first opportunity was taken away by this woman.
Her opponent, wrestling out of Brooklyn, New York. She is representing the Allure, Mandy Leon.
Lenny Angelina Love banned from ringside after the shenanigans that we've seen.
And she should be.
And Lenny, it's been the Allure who has been in the craw in the mind of Quinn McKay as of late.
Well, you know, Quinn's shown a lot of heart and determination trying to get this far, but at every turn she's been stopped by the Allure. So I think it's a good sign for Quinn tonight that she only has to worry about Mandy and Mandy alone.
And it's almost poetic justice, Caprice, that in the first round, Quinn does finally get in the tournament after trying so desperately to do so. Not only that, she gets a rematch with the woman that denied her in the first place.
Yeah, and I don't believe it's coincidence. I believe it's chance, it's opportunity. And if Quinn gets a win, it's going to catapult her, man, because she'll be able to put something behind her.
And the winner of this match faces Roxy in the quarterfinals, who had a very impressive victory over Sumi Sakai here on Ring of Honor television.
And I can certainly say that I would guarantee that neither of these women are looking past this matchup for very different reasons. Quinn McKay looking to get payback in addition to advancing in the championship tournament. And Mandy Leon just wants to stick it to Quinn one more time.
There you see Quinn in the red with gold and white trim.
Yeah, her eyes are shot, man.
Oh, look at that!
And
that's what Mandy did to Quinn in their first match. Start things off hot, giving her a taste of her own medicine. Oh, looking for Half Nelson trying to shoot the half into the pin. Mandy's reeling right now.
Yeah, she's trying to hook in that Tangerine Dream.
And she's got it locked in.
She has to hook the legs in.
Trying to get that body scissors, and Mandy wisely understanding what was coming, able to escape.
Oh, drop kick sends Mandy Leon down to the mat. Now Mandy Leon going to the outside to catch her breath, to collect her thoughts here. As Quinn McKay, oh, look at that, trying to grab Mandy's hair. Oh. And this is going to be a war, Lenny. This has been going on. The Allure has been bullying Quinn McKay since this, even before the pandemic.
Oh, my God.
They would interrupt them on set. They would break down week by week.
The aggression that Quinn McKay is showing is needed for this, but I hope it does not deter her from her game plan.
Here's for last time.
Oh my goodness.
A little extra payback from the last time they met. Again, it was Mandy taking control of Quinn out on the floor.
There's nothing wrong with aggression. There's nothing wrong with tuned anger. But if you let it control you, it can make you lose focus of the match. The focus is to get the 3 count. The focus is to make submit.
Well, that's been Quinn's only misstep thus far in her bouts against Angelina Love and Mandy Leon. It's that almost that rookie-style mistake where she lets the aggression get ahead of her.
And it gets in her head.
And is she able to take those mistakes? Go back and watch the film. See where that one thing that she shouldn't have done was and not do it the next time out. That's how you really progress as an athlete.
Hooks the leg and floats over. Hooks the leg here.
Well, with somebody like Mandy and Angelina, it's easier said than done because these guys, they're picking on you on social media. They're picking on you in the locker room. They're picking on you in the ring. They're double teaming you. They make you feel bad about yourself. They're in your head. They're in your mind. And they're in your face. It's a physical and mental battle at the same time.
They've taken a business issue and made it very, very personal. You got to be able to separate the personal from the business. The business at hand right now for Quinn McKay is advancing in the tournament. Doing it against Mandy Leon, that's the bonus. That's the icing on the cake.
And the winner goes on to face Roxy in the quarterfinals, the Elite 8 of the tournament to crown the Ring of Honor Women's Division Champion. Quinn is reeling right now. Mandy Leon hooks a leg. Just a 1 count there. Mandy Leon, you know, we've talked so much about the outside the ring antics cover. The first tournament to crown a women's champion here in Ring of Honor.
And Mandy's one that is able to set a game plan coming in and stay with it.
Get over here.
And she's been able to evolve as we see these new faces. We think of women like Roxy, like Miranda Alizé. Oh!
See?
Oh!
Nice combination from Mandy, goes for the cover.
2 and just a 2 count there.
Nice leg pull, nice weight cross distribution.
You know, I don't know about y'all, but without Angelina Love at ringside, it's made me more at ease knowing that I don't have to worry about interference and the anxiety that comes with somebody potentially interfering.
But it still shows how good of a wrestler Mandy is with or without her. But she's trapped right now.
She certainly is. Quinn McKay now, second rope on the inside. Forearms to the back. It's Quinn McKay.
Is she gonna try to suplex her? No way.
Oh, has her.
Mandy trying to fight.
She's got that leg trapped. Using the leverage here.
All she has, that fist is gone. She's at a low level with the knee.
And a clubbing shot to the back by Mandy Leon.
Whoop, she's out.
Sunset bomb. Quinn stays steady, but instead it gets the turnbuckle and these shots to the back of Quinn McKay.
The jaw of Quinn McKay snapping back after hitting that top turnbuckle. Now just limp in the arms of Mandy here in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at to end things here.
Oh,
got her.
Goodness.
That
Come
running,
on, Quinn.
Hit that running unprettier.
Turns her over, covered, 2.
Ooh, she might have should have hooked the leg on that.
Or shot the half, maybe.
Yeah.
Grab the arm.
That cocky pin, I believe, cost it. Maybe she wasn't trying to put her away.
That's a big move, though, and we've seen with Quinn. Quinn not putting Mandy or Angelina away, that's cost her. You'd think Mandy would know from that.
Well, this is what happens when the issue is personal.
Whoa!
It's intentional leg sweep with that cause her to hit the buckle.
Waistlock here. Tight grip by Quinn. Mandy breaks out of it, though. Standing switch go behind.
Mandy's still too strong.
Grabbing the leg. Able to divert Mandy's focus. Wow! Plants her down. Oh, it sends her down.
Staying with the game plan. Come on, Quinn.
Hooks the leg. 2. 2 count there.
Yeah, we sound so biased right now.
I'm trying to call it down the middle, but I think everybody knows who we want to win in this match. There you see it, Mandy Leon, Quinn McKay, our first of 2 tournament bouts here in the first round. The tournament to crown the Ring of Honor Women's Division Champion.
Oh. Quinn a little too aggressive there, and Mandy was waiting, but
oh my God! She's got the power slam! She's got the power slam!
2!
Oh!
Just a 2 count there. Just a 2 count.
She's trying to lock it in, that tangerine dream.
And she's got does she have the top half of it here? The hands
Almost.
almost locked, almost.
needs the body scissors here, but again, Mandy had it scouted.
Now she's got the top lock.
She's got the top locked, indeed. Now she's got to tie her up like the bow tie here. She's got to get the legs around the waist. Oh, backpack stunner, and that's one way to get out of it.
Yeah, Mandy knows Quinn very well.
Hooks the leg, 2, and
wow.
2 count there.
Wow. You know what? I'm surprised. I really thought that was it. That was a great counter by Mandy. Sometimes you forget how great of a wrestler Mandy is until she does stuff like this. And she's by herself. She doesn't have anybody coaching her, and she's putting on a great performance. You can't deny that.
That's the thing that's so disappointing about both Mandy and Angelina. They have the ability to be great wrestlers, and they choose to work in tandem when they don't have to.
Looking for astral
Lenny, I love you. You're
Looking
so
for
right.
astral projection. Counters astral projection. And wait a minute. She's countered
She
her own
crossed the
legs.
legs.
She's got her bow tie.
She got it. She hit her with the bow tie.
She got her.
Oh, my God. Quinn won. Quinn won.
The winner of the match advancing to the quarterfinals of the tournament, Quinn
Yeah.
McKay.
Yeah.
Quinn McKay.
That's what
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Going to the quarterfinals. Yeah. Somebody that was barely in the tournament who had a scratch and claw.
She did!
And that was a heck of a fight from Mandy. It was a clean fight. It was a fair fight, and the best woman won here today.
Nah, shake hands, shake hands.
I wouldn't hold my breath, Caprice.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Stay the course.
There you go. Quinn McKay, hand raised in victory by referee Joe Mandak. Why are we standing up, everybody? It's involuntary. Oh my God. She did it! Quinn McKay is one. Thank you!
I know I'm the new guy, but I'm just as happy as they are.